Hello everyone, and I hope you're all having a fantastic year. And one of the most popular questions I get is, should I read the 1000-Year Blood War arc or should I just wait for the anime? Now I'm not here to tell you what you should do, but I'm just here to tell you why you should be excited for the 1000-Year Blood War anime in 6 minutes or less. So let's get started without wasting any time. So the first reason on this list is death. Now death is not something to be excited for, but in Bleach, where Kubo refrained from killing the main characters for a lot of chapters now, we only ever saw villains and bad guys die, or characters that we weren't mainly attached to die. But in this arc, Kubo goes off, and very early actually, he killed one of the most prominent characters in Bleach in less than 30 chapters into the new arc. Now that is just shocking. It meant that Kubo was down for business, and I'm just warning you, if you enter this arc, you must be prepared. You don't know if your main character will survive or will not, and that is, I'm supposing that you're an anime only watcher and you've never read the 1000-Year Blood War arc. So if you enter this arc, just know there's a lot of deaths, and even my own character, my own favorite character, dies at the very beginning of this arc, so it's not a joke. So be prepared. Now the reason why this death is on this list is because, once, as I said before, it's exciting and it brings a much more of a threat and actually establishes the villains much more prominently than what we've seen. Now the villains in this arc, I'll get to them later on, but I just want to tell you that the deaths of these characters just serve the purpose of establishing how big of a threat these new villains actually are. So yeah, get ready for deaths. And the second reason why you should be excited for the 1000-Year Blood War anime is BANKAIs. Now BANKAIs are the main highlight of Bleach. We love them. They are the most popular anime power-ups in anime and weeb culture in general. And in this arc, Kubo reveals some of the BANKAIs that we've anticipated for very long periods of time. Now, I'm not saying that every BANKAI is gonna live up to your expectation. Even I got disappointed by some of them, but trust me, we get a lot of BANKAI reveals in this arc that it's actually crazy, and you should be hyped because they make the battles epic. And speaking of battles, that reason why you should be excited is epic battles. Bleach is a shonen battle manga, so it has to have those epic battles and those epic fights, and it has to pull your interest into these battles and actually build the characters based on these battles. Now in the final arc, there's a lot of fights, like a lot of fights. The arc is littered with fights all over. Kubo went crazy on this arc. The fights are epic. Some of them are a little disappointing, like the final fight. I won't get to that, but mostly what's important is that you will see most of your favorite characters or the characters you love actually go all out in these fights and go BANKAI, use techniques you've never seen before, use Zanpakutos that you've never seen before. That's what I'm saying, because some of them actually acquire new BANKAIs. Anyways, you should be excited about the fights, definitely, and if it gets animated and gets actually well made, Bleach will be one of the best shonen battle anime out there and in history probably. And the third reason is the world expansion. Now in Bleach, we rarely ever get any exposition in the world, but this time we get a little bit more, not much, but just a little bit more onto what we already know. We go to some places where we've never been. We get to meet people that we've never been. We don't even know if they exist. And now I'm assuming you're an anime only, so I'm gonna say you heard about Aizen talking about the Soul King, and we actually go to where the Soul King is. It's not a big much of an improvement on the world building, but it's certainly something to go off on. A little bit more is never bad. Anyways, and the fifth and last reason is new characters. The highlight of Kubo's art has always been his characters design, and in this arc it goes off by introducing multiple new characters with interesting designs, beautiful designs. Well, some of them you will hate them because most of them are just outright annoying, and when the anime actually returns, I'm pretty sure Bleach will start selling figures because Kubo's characters designs are just insane. And these characters, some of them are monumental to the plot, some of them are just there to be killed and for the purpose of just our good guys or our heroes advancing in strength. And so don't get too attached. And those were the 5 reasons, and I believe that's about it. I think I've done it under less than 6 minutes without spoiling anything. This is completely spoiler free, so thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, give the video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.